So the last time we played, in our inaugural episode session of the new campaign, we basically went over the brief period of time that elapsed after the conclusion of the first campaign, where y'all stormed this lighthouse, kicked out the evil dude that was enchanting the town there, and created this beacon of justice and righteousness, this copper light that emanates from the lighthouse. And when this began, you noticed that it was had a very faint crackle of sapphire blue lightning surrounding it. During the weeks that followed, you guys did a number of different things. Grage spent his time on the docks getting the ships to drag the head of the giant metal dragon out of the sea and mounted it on the wall of the Seaton wall. Brynn had the town scoured for his old possessions and managed to find his old Mariner's scale mail.
Mariner's scale mail.
Let's get my notes here. Kelnozz regaled the construction teams that were helping to rebuild the walls and defenses for Seaton.
Oh yeah. Didn't lift a finger myself.
And in the first week, you guys were approached, or rather, a group of Fairhand clerics and paladins from the surrounding region, led by an older woman named Dorsa Leteau, a follower of Cormac Fairhands, the human justice god, came and basically said she would like to, join the cause and join the effort here. During the second week, you guys were, or not you guys, but again, there was a contingent of dwarven clerics and smiths led by Charlie Chimebeard, and they came, all of them focusing on the teachings of copper, to join your group. A new friend joined us, a very savage halfling, who quickly won over the hearts of everyone.
Oh yeah.
It took no effort whatsoever.
Shortly after he arrived, you guys noticed that the copper light had the sapphire lightning was surging around it more fiercely, more significantly. And when you got too close to, while investigating that, Ashbark experienced a vision, or was momentarily transported, and experienced an instant of an intensely powerful storm somewhere else in the world. Lastly, in the last week, in the third week, your group, the town, was approached by a group of orcs that call themselves the Honour Tusks. Though they were fierce and well armed, they were not like the typical orcs. They were not being violent or aggressive in any manner, but they did demand to see the champions of Seaton and challenge them to a contest of arms in order to prove that they were going to be following truly the strongest champions in the land. So I'll bring this back over there. So it was a pretty good fight. Kelnozz and Gumgar had a one-on-one before Kelnozz needed help, and a huge asterisk was applied to the
Let the record show that was not the case.
My record says SOS Kelnozz, but I could be wrong.
Well, everything is a little chaotic in the fog of war, so it's hard to say.
And we basically ended off there with the orcs basically getting to their feet, congratulating you on a well-fought battle. And Gumgar telling Kelnozz about the asterisk. So just a couple orcs that are going and tending to the wounds, but they seem pretty tired and beat up but they're happy about it. It seems like the kind of energy that they'd have after a good training session. You are strong.
They survived, right? Like, we just knocked them out?
Yeah.
Or were they completely murdered?
Yeah, no, I'm taking the X's off now.
Okay.
Does that mean they'll follow us? Like they'll join our cause? Or maybe I'll ask, his name is Gumgar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Gumgar.
So, surely we've proven our combat prowess. Will you be joining us now?
I will serve the Copperborn and the champions. We fight for honor and protection. We were brought here by the great boar spirit.
Maybe
Boar
don't
spirit.
that part.
You
So,
fight for-
What was that, Ashbark?
I got excited at the mention of Boar Spirit, and I replied to them, "You fought well. You honored the spirit of the boar."
Make a religion check, please.
Ooh.
how filled with rage is Tharhun getting at this point?
More pity than rage, really.
Okay.
Ashbark knows very little about the boar spirit except that it is a spirit of fairness and honor amongst the orcs.
Okay. I know the improvement.
Now it is time to drink and be merry. There is one more task we would have of you tonight, but perhaps we can revel first. Catch our breaths. Ha ha!
Wouldn't say no to a good reveling. Bring out your finest orc drinks. What is it? Do I know what they drink? It's like grog or something?
Yeah, let's go with grog.
Wait, I was a scorpion all this time.
Alright, well, the orcs
Okay.
start bringing out like roasted meat and dirty grog. Not very much in terms of vegetables or produce.
Can we identify the meat? Is it...
Do they eat boar, or is boar like sacred?
Yeah, are we seeing like pigs coming in to roast? Is it potentially like humans or elves that they're roasting up, or
It's it's not humans or elves. It's like elk and deer, local game, but not boar. They do have a skin of the boar here that they have held up on posts, but. Alright, so do you guys partake? What do you guys do?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I say we.
One could not revel after a battle, especially one so well fought with our green and white skinned
Yeah.
brethren.
And so clear of asterisks.
How many hours did it pass since the battle? Around.
Like none so far. Like
Hours.
we basically, enough time where you guys have enough time to kind of dig into the meat there and start enjoying the food or however you'd like to respond. But I'd like to just quickly pause. I forgot to point out to some people that I have done some organizing on the journal section. So now you might see a folder that says NPCs. If you have a regular NPC that you might use, like for instance, Nelson, I have all of your rust trick bag.
Yeah, that's sweet.
So you can just pull them out and use them now. Anyway.
Which one's the journal?
Newspaper. Yeah, you don't have any, Ryan, because
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's the one spell.
Don't have my ranger friend.
Pardon me.
Don't I have my ranger friend that we can call on?
Yes, but that's more of a like person. Where these are just like
Oh.
animal tokens. Like Radish is going to be using Radish to animal tokens a lot, and Kevin has that bag.
I'm a ranger that's just completely avoided any contact with animals for the whole campaign.
That's true. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm missing a couple of tokens, but I mean, I don't have to summon them.
Or we can just add them at the time.
Okay. Oh, I can add them myself. Yes.
Well, I can always roll them through D&D Beyond if I have to.
Okay, fair enough. Yep.
So if you guys are all just gonna dig in and start eating the food, and the orcs are having kind of a very, what's the right word, rowdy celebration and laughing and pushing each other roughly. There are still orcs as they celebrate. And as you scan the area and see all the orcs kind of enjoying themselves, you notice that the albino orc, the one that the others have been calling Strank, still in his chains, guarded by these two, has been glowering at your group, and basically you can see him like shooting like daggers, like venomous daggers out of his eyes at you guys.
I tell to the group, he might not trust us.
What's with the one in chains?
You ask Gumgar?
Yeah.
Gumgar takes a long drink and says, "That one is a shaman. He
Why is he in
uses
pain?
treacherous ways on us. We're only recently free. Once we've had our meal, we will ask the Copperborn for his next contest of Judgement, and we will ask him to commute his sentence. Stay away from him. He's very dangerous."
I look among the group. Who would like to go speak to him with me?
By the way, you guys can have like short rest effects now if you want.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you're relaxing.
How much health do we get again on short rest?
On a short rest, you can use hit dice to recover however much hit points you want.
I want to use a hit dice. 7. Where are we? Ooh, I lost my hit points. They get erased.
All of them?
Well, like the one which I kept track, I think it got 30 damage last turn. And I have...
So that if you're, like if you click on your coin or your avatar on the screen, you get 3 things above it.
Yeah, I put there, but now they're erased.
Oh, okay. Because once you're in there, like you can, I use the green one for health, and you can click on it. For example, mine says 72 right now. If I just type -10 next to it, it'll automatically calculate.
You had it in. Oh, you rolled it last time. Wasn't it like 90 something? Like 96.
It's like 98 or something, yeah.
Well, sorry, 98, what?
HP.
Oh, in total my character has, I put this on my character sheet. 92.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then it took 30 damage and now I healed 7.
Okay, and you can continue to use hit dice if you want. You can use. You have up to the number of your level, right?
One,
So you
but
have
I can
11.
feel my all HP.
And then when you do a long rest, you get back half of your level back. So you'll get 5 when you do a long rest.
What? Not 98. Wait, this is ridiculous. 92. Why does it say 98? It's
I
not
probably just
98.
typed it in.
Well, it's 98. Did Gumgar tell us not to approach the orc at all? Would he... Is it more like an order or a warning?
He just said, "Don't go near him." He didn't say it's whether it's a. Didn't say.
It's a dirty orc. Do what you want.
Exactly.
Make an insight check if you'd like.
Yes. Curious, because I'm tempting.
Don't get their food either.
Inside.
He seems pretty differential to you guys as champions. Now that you mentioned it, like he's not going to stop you from going over there, perhaps.
I ask Gramgar, are you afraid of him? Storm.
He laughs loudly in your face and says, "It's because of me that he's in those chains. I fear no man. But he is known as a trickster in this tribe."
Trickster.
Perhaps you've had enough feasting. Perhaps the hour of judgment has come upon us. Are you ready, Copperborn?
Well, I've not yet heard what this orc is charged of.
Perhaps we could speak to him separately, just to get his side of the story.
I say we talk to Storm. Strong.
You have proven yourself strong, Copperborn, and your champions as well. And now, we must see if you have honor. We will tell you the crimes of this one, and you may ask of him questions should you wish. And as he says this, he holds up 3 fingers. And then he says, "Then you will name his crime, and then you will sentence him. And know that any sentence you give him, you must also carry out."
And he's known as a trickster.
What was the White Orc's name?
Pardon me?
Did we ever get the White Orc's name?
Strank.
Oh.
So most of the other orcs basically back off now and are basically spectating here. And Gumgar says, "Behold this Strank, the White." And he's an albino orc with his long, spindly hair and doesn't wear any armor or shirt, but has like this red scar in the shape of a spider kind of wrapping around his torso. And he says, "This one enslaved our tribe for many seasons. He cast webs over our spirits to stop the Great Ones from speaking to us. Weeks ago, our tribe was blessed by the spirit of the boar. Our great mound was struck by a copper lightning. Our trees were ripped asunder. And so, Strank's webs were torn from our eyes. Me and my chieftains were able to take him. Shortly thereafter, we see the spirit of the great boar flash in the sky above your tower. The great boar has given a sign. We have seen the visions. If you are truly the Copperborn who will bring honor to this land, prove your honor now.
How will you know if we've proven our honor to the boar's satisfaction?
Gumgar will know. And he goes and stands over by the boar skin. And when he says the Copperborn, he's kind of gesturing to all of you here, so you all have the ability to participate in this questioning. And then while he's saying this, you can see Strank is basically muttering and cursing and spitting.
Shall I make him more amenable?
Haha!
Oh,
I like the sound of that.
certainly we should
Well-
hear him out before rushing to judgment.
Yes, let's see what he has to say for himself. Whether he accepts this willfully and confirms their story, or whether he denies it, or claims to be acting in the right.
Yes, let me make him more amenable.
Alright, let's see how he does on that.
Sorry, what was that first crime he committed?
Ensorceling
Yeah.
the
he
orcs.
enslaved them all.
That's
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Bob, we're in a bit of a situation here where if this doesn't work, I'm probably just going to cast it again. Only a level 1 spell.
Is it a wisdom saving throw, sorry? Yeah.
He's now a friendly acquaintance.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We see the number.
But we see the final number.
11.
Okay, so Eikooc casts magic pale blue light, and that light seems to flash in Strank's eyes for a second here. And his demeanor does not dramatically change, but as his eyes shift over you all, and as they reach Eikooc, he is you see like a glint of trust in his eyes as he looks at you, Eikooc. But his behavior doesn't change too much.
Strong, we need to ask you some questions. You need to answer me truthfully.
Can you get me out of here?
Probably.
We'll see what fate holds for you.
Well, these orc of friends of yours seem to think that you use nefarious magics to deceive and confuse them and enslave their will. Is this the truth?
He looks at you and says, "Fool and copper. Braying and bickering on behalf of the metal puppet sent to divide you. Fate did deliver me here. The gods are indeed bound. When one flourishes, balance must be maintained. Another will flourish as well. By copper tusk or shield or blackened sword, your champion of honor has been played for a fool. I have no interest in your questions or the charade."
Well, it seems that he's not under the influence of you. Maybe Eikooc needs to continue questioning.
Eikooc, I don't understand what this guy is talking about.
No, I don't think his name's Eikooc anymore. It's Eikooc.
What?
He speaks in
Yes,
riddles.
it does not say how you should pronounce it. Eikooc. Eikooc, you have cast the magic, which I'm familiar with as well. Please,
The K is silent.
Eikooc. You should put some accent on.
I like the name Eikooc better.
What else shall we ask? Well, I guess I can ask him.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Why did you enslave these orcs?
They were weak. What other reason is needed?
They were weak.
And then I manipulated them to bringing me here so that I could speak to you and that pathetic creature who's just tried to speak to me.
And who is it that you serve?
I serve Ryza.
Do we know who Rise is?
Can you fill in some more information about
Make a wisdom check. Make a religion check.
Ooh.
Well, no one here has any recollection or have heard of a name called Ryza.
even Kelnozz?
Even Kelnozz. You didn't roll either. But
Oh yeah. I can roll.
he says, surely by now you've seen the blue lightning on your orb, on your copper light.
Indeed we have.
Mark these words well, Halgud. The Sapphire King has taken his favor and unleashed his storms on Albarog. The very elements bend to the will of his winds. Cower in your stone fortresses and feeble lighthouse. None will stand when the gale calls. Now release me, and together we can take the rest of these pathetic fools. I sense great power in you, Luke.
He's trying to manipulate you.
I am not swayed by his calls to power.
We need to find out where this threat is brewing and how it can be stopped. If it's a danger to Seaton, we are duty bound to stop it from happening.
Well,
Tell us the source of this new power. I will zone of truth you as well. Does that help? Let me see.
Charisma saving throw?
Hitting with all the charming truth spells.
We're assaulting his psyche.
Why didn't we open with the zone of truth?
Yeah, I didn't have that one.
In terms of questioning a potential criminal.
It's true. Oh, he's very strong. We defended against it. Do I know that he succeeds? You
I
know.
believe so, yes. Yes, you know whether he succeeds on failing a saving throw. He says.
Okay, I see. Okay.
He says, your tainted magic will have no effect. Still, the Sapphire King is the source of these of this power.
And where is this Sapphire King?
He laughs cruelly and he says, the Sapphire King is in every storm, in every gale, in every earthquake. He's a very god. And he's played your copper puppet for a fool. Enjoy your lighthouse fortress. It has unleashed the storm. How long does Charm Person last?
An hour.
An hour? Okay. All right.
Carry on.
I'm looking if I have a way. Perhaps we can release him. And then I'm just looking at the range of this crying spell on the same plane of existence. And since I'm very familiar with him, I can look through his eyes for 10 minutes.
Tharhun, I think you're honor bound at this point. He's a
I think you guys
power-hungry deceiver.
I think you guys have actually named your three questions. I forgot to count them. So, do you guys want to discuss things for a bit?
Yeah, let's discuss. I want to review here because, he said he manipulated these orcs into bringing him here so he could talk to us.
Yes.
But was it just to gloat, or did he have some purpose there? Did I miss anything there? Was he trying to get us to do something? Did he make a demand or something?
He said he came here to tell you guys. He was came here to deliver the message.
Oh, okay.
Why
the message?
He told us about Ryza.
So he basically just came to say we're boned. Ryza's coming to, I don't know, murderize the whole.
The Ryza
area.
thing only came up after Kevin's specific question, or Eikoo's specific question. His main tirade was about the Sapphire King unleashing the storms and how the very elements are bent to his will, to his winds.
Yes, I did see a Sapphire storm through the vision. But why did he have to come to tell us this, risking his life, which will end any moment?
As you guys are discussing this, and as that comes up, and you look over to wonder aloud, why is he doing this? You notice that now he seems very inwardly focused and perturbed. You guys can make either perception checks or insight checks.
I don't like that sound. Something is definitely...
I perceive.
Insight or perception? Oh, they're both wisdom.
Now I assume you guys are talking to each other. Alright, so... anything over a 15, you notice that he is muttering to himself, and although it's hard to see what he is doing, you can tell by the waggle of his fingers that he's also casting a spell.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And in the surprise round that ensues, you see him, all of a sudden his voice, his volume burst out in the end of his incantation, and you can see
Ooh.
I saw him casting it too.
One reaction. Ooh.
Alright. I am going to use his Indomitable.
Sorry.
It's alright. I'll say sorry. As the blood on the ground around you from their fight begins to boil. And the two orcs that are holding his chain seem to melt into a yellow wax. and he crumples to the ground, vomiting blood, and a large thumping sound hits the ground as well. And his shadow seems to stretch out as the yellow wax of the orcs forms up in the air in the shape of these large, almost like yellow candle-like creatures with terrible red eyes and tendrils floating around. You guys may recognize these as Yockles, demons from the Demon Web, previously fought when you fought the Drow.
What was their name again?
Yockles.
Yockles. So,
Eikooc.
roll initiative.
Wait, did we rest some more? I didn't regenerate all my health.
Nope.
I didn't rest at all.
That's a terrible idea.
I was reveling.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to put yourself in a rough position, where you guys were just having your discussion, then
Wait, I did not click on my character.
You can regain health while you're reveling.
Wait. Can I use the first initiative? I rolled twice.
yes, you can use the first initiative. Ooh, look at this guy. Getting high initiatives as well.
Rippin'.
So Strond himself is kind of on the ground and not getting up, but his shadow has kind of stretched out in front of him and stood up and taken shape into a demonic form. So let's do their initiative. Okay.
Wait, do I get spell short? I don't.
Ooh, 21.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, and I have one more thing I have to secretly do.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I do not get spell.
Oops.
Sorry, just bear with me for 1 second.
These orcs on the side, are they on our side?
The short answer is yes. They, in the heat of the moment, they are not sure what to do. A lot of them nearby are also fatigued from their battle as well. So, okay, so this shadow demon is going to zoom forward. Up to the copper dragonborn in front of him. And it's going to do a claw attack. Okay, well 11's not a hit. So go ahead, Yuck.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Me. I'm going to cast this on the demon.
Which one? All three of them are demons.
On the black demon here.
Okay.
But this guy, oh sorry, this guy is our enemy as well. He like transformed vomit and stuff.
Not this guy, no.
No?
No, that's Gumgar.
Drumgar.
Oh, that's Gamgar. Ah, I thought this was the chain guy. I thought this was the Strong.
No, he's passed out, and the demon has.
Well, the,
Okay. Hopefully you guys should be able to see the nameplates there now. Alright, so I'm sorry, this one is going to be a...
So you don't get a wisdom saving throw until your turn.
Okay.
You just start dancing.
What?
So you have must use all your movement to dance. Disadvantage on dex and
let me
attack
just
rolls.
double check. Make sure they
The
can
old
be charmed.
irresistible dance move.
Yeah, okay, they can be charmed. Okay.
Is that Otto's irresistible dance?
They actually
Or a
renamed it.
different one?
Yeah, it's no longer autos.
Oh, really? When did they rename it?
I don't know.
They have both versions.
Huh.
Okay, so it starts to do a very smooth and fluid dance.
Yeah.
Now
So it looks like
attacks
you
on-
have to use an action to try and get out of it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Got him.
And he has disadvantage on. Or everybody gets advantage on attack rolls on him.
That's a bunch of horseshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
Alright, well... sounds good.
yo, I'm not properly in initiative. I rolled a 19 and then it clicked roll again.
Oh,
And it dropped me all the way down.
okay, well then go ahead now, okay?
Ah, yeah. Well, yeah, now it's sort of my turn. Okay, as my action, can I summon 8 wolves?
If that's what the rule says, yes.
Yes, with this spell. Oh, how do I... So, wolves are 1/4 CR. Regular wolves, not dire wolves. Okay, so I'll drop 8 of them.
Wild pack of family dogs.
Drop one, and I'll do...
Ah, okay, sorry.
No.
Yeah. So I kind of want to create a line like this going around them.
Just attack. Swarm them.
Yeah, I want to swarm both of them.
Jam them up with some chaff.
Yeah.
Ah,
Put some Gretchen in there.
Okay, you
So
can
that
pop
is
them
my-
in. Pop them in where you want, and then roll initiative for them, please.
yes. Wait, that's more than 8. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4,
Your
5,
turn's gonna take
6, 7, 8.
forever.
Yeah.
That's true.
Initiative. Where do they go? Is it the dex, I guess? Or...
I think you
Okay.
do add your dex to initiative rolls, don't you?
Yes. I bet you they probably had an initiative button on
I'm
their
looking
character
at
sheet.
this character like sheet thing. This-
There's a
Ooh.
init button next to look armor class across. There's an init button.
Oh right, thank you. Yes,
Okay,
there is.
We'll keep the 16. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that's my action. That's my bonus action. So I used one spell. As my bonus action is a level 4 spell. I'm going to cast.
You can't do this, Raj.
No.
No, you can't cast a spell that casts an action and a bonus action spell in the same one. You can only cast a bonus action spell and a cantrip.
Okay. Well, in that case, I want to see what these guys are doing. I cast nothing. I didn't even have a good cantrip. I yield.
Okay. Then Brynn is up.
All right. Now, just a quick question, and I can't believe this hasn't come up, or maybe me giving 110% every time, I just never remember it. Can I ranged attack somebody that's in close combat, or am I going to get some kind of disadvantage?
Basically, depending on how much it's blocked, like if you're on the right side of them, I might not penalize it, but if they're like on the other side of an ally from you, I would give them an additional bonus to their AC.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So let me see here.
I mean, if you're talking about these Yockles, they're larger than these wolves, so it's not going to be too much of an issue.
He's moved and taken action.
This wolf's a regular weak ass.
But he also needs shots into him.
Yeah, I'm going to go here so that I have kind of a clear shot at him.
Yeah.
And
you have advantage on attacks against him.
And I'm going to fire a volley.
100 Conclave.
Yeah, better than my normal extra attack that I get.
Holy shit.
5 feet.
Any number of creature?
Any number within 10 feet of a point.
Oh, so good.
So
I know.
they're all within 10 feet of that point. And what is it? The Yackles haven't taken a turn yet, right? They're next?
Nope.
Right.
Yep.
Alright. So advantage against everybody then, because this guy's doing a jig.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah. Blast him. Bow strike. Oh! Hold on, before I do that, I'm gonna have to Hunter's Mark this guy too with the bonus action. The demon. The black demon, sorry.
Okay.
Hunter's Mark him, and I guess I'll start with him. Bow strike on him first. 28.
It's a hit.
For 13. Plus 1. 14. He doesn't count as humanoid, right? Because he's a demon? Or is he humanoid demon?
He's
Demonic.
a fiend.
Fiend, okay. So 14 damage to him.
Excuse me.
Then I will fire at the top Yackle.
Oh, excuse me.
Both strike. 26.
Good lord.
There's 10 on him. And then the bottom one. Both strike. 30. For 13. Not great, but whatever. Works.
Alright, well, in quick succession, your 3 arrows fly through the air and hit all 3 of your targets.
Sweet. And then we all know what's happening next. Holy shit. An extra attack. I can't do a second volley though, right?
So you can use your action to make a ranged attack against him.
It's just a regular ranged attack, or...
Yeah, you're... Actually, that's a good question. Let's see. You can use your action to make a ranged attack against...
Wow.
I would say it's not even really clear you can take a second attack, but I'd say you probably can take a second normal attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be normal attack as opposed to a second
Because
volley.
usually you get that second attack only when you make the attack action.
Yeah.
Now this is a action to make a ranged attack.
Yeah.
So
Which is
I
an
would say
attack.
get your second attack, but I don't think you're supposed to be able to use the volley twice.
Yeah, just one target for the second attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't get 2 attack actions, so to speak.
Okay. So I'll do this one at the Dancing Fiend, since he's marked. I'll strike him with a 22
Okay, that's a hit.
for 7 plus 1. So 8 more.
Now I need to haste you so you can double volley.
Oh, yeah. Although now they're all going to have had turns, so I don't get all the extra advantages and whatnot.
True.
So, got
Yeah, my goal is to make them prone. That's where the wolves come in.
and that's it for me.
That was deadly, Ryan.
It was not terrible. A haste certainly would have gone along with it, but I also like that guy's dancing because it didn't nullify the advantage attack, so of him taking a turn.
All right. Well, the first one is going to cast a spell. Would you like to counter it, Eikooc?
I'm not going to, no.
Okay. Then this is going to be aimed at you.
No! Dominate first. Nice.
So make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Concentration. So it's this guy, right?
Yes.
Or this guy.
No, make it that guy. 21, that's gonna beat it. Let's see what the DC is. It's not 21.
You're trying to dominate the wisest. Besides maybe Radosh, it looks like you've done pretty good.
Yeah, but also if you had you on my side, like that'd be pretty good. Right?
Fireball all day long.
Yeah, I asked who it is to focus on him and break concentration.
Okay, I was also going to do it to Radosh because I like the idea of having all those wolves. Alright, so this creature is like seeing the wolves around it. The yellow wax shifts and turns into a giant spider-like creature.
Ooh.
Okay. Tharhun and Kelnozz make perception checks, please.
Very well.
Perception.
16.
I'm blinded by rage.
Okay. So, very, very quickly, Nyber joined me in another channel. Alright, Kelnozz sees through the crowd a almost translucent white spider about the size of a hand skitter through the crowd, and it approaches, it basically skitters and climbs up your leg and like basically finds, or you can resist this if you want, but it's going to find a little crevice in your armor and basically slip in unnoticed.
Is it him? Do I know that it's him?
You have no idea what this is.
Can you tell me anything else?
Not yet. You can ask a question like, what does it look like, or something like that, but you don't have any knowledge of this.
Yeah, what does it look? Have I ever seen something like this?
It's like a little translucent white spider that is leaving little droplets of blood. Like, it looks like this might have been what Strank just vomited up.
Okay.
Do you resist?
No.
Okay. You're gonna come back and I'm gonna make you roll a d4 for damage, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna roll this for you, Kev.
I fireball Kevin.
Okay, so Kelnozz, you feel a sharp but insignificant pain in your foot, and you feel 4 piercing damage. Wolf turn.
Wolf turn. Okay. These wolves will each attack each of these. So I get 8 attacks on them. So let me roll.
And they all have advantage, I think, because of pack tactics.
Yes, I also have an advantage. That is absolutely correct. So what? Bite wolf attack?
You rolled a 20 though. So.
Well,
Is that a 20 or a damage?
That's the attack roll. So you can roll again though, just in case you get a crit.
So that's 1. He needs to. Well, 1 attack. Here's the other wolf. 17.
17. Okay, you get 2 hits so far.
Yeah.
1 miss. And 2 misses. Okay, so
let's this is this guy.
I agree. Yeah. Okay, so we got bit twice, and he's gonna have to try and stay on his feet. Let's go ahead and roll damage for those twice.
He took 16 damage in total from 2 hits.
Okay, and he makes strength checks to stay on his feet.
DC 11. Yeah, DC 11.
Okay.
He rolls twice because there are 2 hits.
Oof. Okay, so he goes prone on the second hit.
Okay, so 4 attacks on the other guy with advantage. That's
Okay.
1 hit.
1 hit.
That's another hit.
That's another hit, yes.
2 rolls.
1
That's
miss.
a miss. 3 rolls. That's it.
Okay, 3
3
hits.
hits. Okay, so 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage. Did you roll 3 damage?
Okay, and it's
3
prone.
damage. So that's 25.
It's 7 plus 8. Oh, yep, 25. Okay. All right. So these 2 demons, one in the form of a giant spider, the other still in its waxy yellow, almost candle-like form. They both go down as these 4 wolves start jumping over it and tearing at their waxy flesh.
I laugh. Yeah.
Anything
I'm
else,
done.
Sarge? Okay.
No, it's the wolf turn. Yep.
Oh, right. Okay, Tharhun, you're up.
Alright, I take aim at this dancing demon. You think you can insult Maraganor in front of me and then just dance about it? I won't abide by this insult. This is gonna be a -5 super attack on this mofo. Take 26 is probably a hit.
Yep, it's a 21, isn't it?
Hmm?
Isn't it a 21 because it's -5?
Oh, that's true.
Either way, a 21 is definitely hit.
Alright. So there's 12 and 8 radiant damage, and I'm definitely going to summon the Wrath of Maraganor on this guy.
Plus 10, too.
Minus 12.
Yeah, it is plus 10 as
Minus
well,
10.
but
So that's 30 damage before the smite.
Minus 16.
Yeah.
He seems to take extra damage from the radiant.
so let's see here. 2d8, 1d8 extra for fiend or undead. So I'll roll 3d8 radiant damage.
So as your sword slices through and it crackles with copper lightning, and as it tears through his body, it like dissolves and dissipates as it tears through as you slice through its body.
Oh, wow.
Well, do
And
you
you can
still
see-
think Maraganor is weak? He's super dead, so he can't really answer.
Strank
I'm
is
gonna walk
not
over here.
dead, but he is not answering. He's like still on the ground. Suffering.
Oh, he's not
Is
dead?
this guy gone or no?
He is gone. He dissipates.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay, so then I can like move up and just attack this guy. with the other attack?
Yep.
Shall we say? Alright.
And he's prone on the ground, so you have advantage.
Oh, sweet. Then this is going to be a mega attack as well. Go back to here. Yeah. 1 radiant damage. Get out of here. Well, he's going to get a smite. I can't abide by 1
that?
damage.
Or
I
is
think
it just weapon
only on the
damage?
sword. Yeah, probably just the sword, I would think. It's a great weapon feat. Although there is a 2 there, I should probably reroll. So 1d6 becomes a 4, so it's plus 2. So it's 16, 17, 27, and then whatever this smite does.
27.
Good lord.
3d8. Kablam! There's the 8.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm made for killing fiends, so...
the copper lightning makes easy work of this yokel that is still kind of scrounging on the ground in a waxy, puddleish kind of form, and you sever off huge whacks of this waxy flesh. It's looking fairly bloodied for a demon.
You're making up for the orc fight.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, anything else for you though, Tharhun?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Grage, you're up.
Okay. I move behind the orc here. And I shove him viciously towards the tree creature with his sword in hand.
Okay, make a shove attack. So do your, I think it's an athletics check. Okay, I'm gonna take the 13 since you didn't have advantage on that.
I surprised the orc.
Alright, well, you actually do manage to shove him 5 feet. And he looks extremely surprised. Anything else on your turn?
Can I do anything else? Can I move and...
You can move, and you can take... I think most of your bonus actions might be dependent on attack actions, which you can't take anymore.
Oh, because I shoved? Okay.
Yeah. But you can definitely move, and if there's something I'm forgetting, there's something you can do that, like a heal or something.
Nah, I'm just gonna go right into the fight here. I'm good.
Okay, Eikooc, you're up.
Alright, sir. I am going to... So that one guy's gone, so we've got these 2 on the ground. Fireball will kill so many wolves.
No, don't hurt the wolves! They've done such a good job! I can keep them alive for 1 hour.
They're good boys.
Yeah, they're kicking ass.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm not concentrating anymore, so that's something I could do something about. I'm gonna throw up. How many feet is this thing? 60
You can
feet.
do that in a bucket.
All right. How does this work again? So if I go, I gotta start like here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shit. No, I can't quite do it. Maybe I can actually. Oh no, I can't.
When do you try?
Wildfire.
Yeah, make it a wall of fire.
Ooh. Oh, you can shape it! Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Like,
So I think what I'm gonna do
Damn it.
is I'm gonna make a wall of fire encircling What, I've
Yeah.
got 2 more spaces.
Kevin, I'm not sure you can shape the wall of fire. It says up to 60 feet long, but for a fifth of a spell in Wall of Stone, it says explicitly 10 foot by 10 foot panels, a bunch of panels. And
Yeah, it says 1 foot high or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter.
Oh, you can make a ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Okay. What if you go diagonal? And this is a small casualty on the way.
Alright, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a wall of fire. That basically just does that, if I can.
A ring wall up to 20 feet in diameter.
Something like that. I don't know.
That's a lot more than 20 feet in diameter.
Well, you could
Diameter,
do,
yeah.
you could just do like, you know, these chunk, like basically these squares. How much would that be?
Yeah, actually.
That's not that many squares, right? That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares.
Well, if I've got to make a straight wall, then I'll just do something like that. Just make it...
Or that.
That way.
It's the same effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Alright. I will cast that.
Okay.
They all get 100.
Okay, now these guys do get advantage on saving throw against spells.
Ooh, they're demons. Fire will heal them.
Thank God for... Ooh.
Oh!
Double extreme.
Second one. What's your DC? 14. Okay, so both of them pass. And they are not immune to fire. So 22 damage gets halved from them saving.
11 each.
And halved from their resistance. So they each take 5 damage.
Oof, it's no Scott's turn.
And there's a wall of fire streaking through that area. Let's do a quick... Yeah, that works. Okay, Ashbark, you're up.
Oh. Sorry, I was cutting a strudel. Well, I don't want to get closer because I want to maintain concentration. So I will... do these creatures look significantly hurt from our... How is their waxy flesh looking?
The one on the bottom, that's still in
Well, the one beside me has taken quite a few smites, so he's probably kind of sad.
I don't have cantrips long enough to do this. I have cantrips, but they are not.
Do you have like a bow or anything?
I don't think I do, and I'm small and I can't walk fast.
No, let's get you geared up with a sling or something.
Yeah, I have cantrip, but they will completely displace them. So I'm going to actually, as my... What can I do as my action? I'll cast a spell. I will cast a level 2 healing word on Kelnozz.
Blessings.
Level 2. Submit. Ooh, it did nothing.
Big old 8 health.
Yeah,
Hey,
and I know.
Twice as much health as I have currently. So I'll take it.
Wait, not here. I'll go here. Here. And I can move one more.
Rocking the big 12.
So, Radosh, here's another example where you could cast a cantrip
Yep.
if you wanted, because Healing Word is only a bonus spell.
Yep.
Bonus
Yep.
action. Or you could take a melee attack, or an attack action if you want.
Yeah, I have the only cantrip I have is basically this guy, which will. Oh wait, which will right. Yeah, which will bring them closer, and this thing which is melee. So I'm moving closer.
Okay. So anything else in your turn then?
Nope. I will relax.
Wait, I think I skipped Kelnozz. Is that not the case, Kelnozz? Did I skip you last round?
You did, but I thought it was related to when I took damage.
No, that was a mistake. So, take your turn now. I'm sorry about that, and then I'll just remember this time.
Okay, cool. No worries. I will charge gloriously into battle.
It's a little crowded up there.
It is, yeah. I think I can fit through, though. As I'm charging forward, I use a bonus action to light my scimitar on fire.
Scimitar.
And as I get into range, I move to strike.
Start that from the record.
Take this, you foul creature! Oh. Well, I'll say those are both my attacks.
Alright, well, they both hit.
Yeah. So 6 slashing, and I guess not as much fire damage.
Right. So they take 4 fire damage.
And the second attack is 5 slashing, and half of this. 9.
Why is it half? Because they're demons? Or
They have like resistance to it.
Okay.
Alright. Anything
That's
else?
it for me.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? I will give Bardic Inspiration to Tharhun because he's just murdering everyone.
Nice. Alright, sorry for missing
Thank you.
that. Alright, go ahead, Brynn.
Alright. I will use my bonus action to move Hunter's Mark onto the top demon. And I'm going to do another volley. That worked pretty well last time, and they haven't moved, so...
They're prone. They're knocked down.
But now, that one is not really within 10 feet of the other one.
It's within 10 feet of
Of a spot, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
So I'm just going right in the middle here. So we're both within 10 feet of that point.
Fair enough.
Alright, so I blast them with a volley. By blast, I mean carefully place each arrow.
That sometimes misses, but never hit the other.
Prone or they're both prone?
They're both prone.
Both prone. So I do get advantage then.
Yeah.
Shazam. Top one gets 29. 9 piercing plus 2 on the 100 mark. So 11 to the top one. And to the bottom one, 23 is probably hit.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 on the bottom one. And everybody knows what's happening next.
Ooh, you know what, actually? Okay, it doesn't matter. You shouldn't have got advantage because you're doing it by... They're prone and you're doing it by range, which makes it disadvantage.
Oh, it's only against melee attacks. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't make a difference because then I would have had 28 and 23. So I'll just make sure
There
I
you
take
go.
that off.
Yeah.
Normal attack. This will go on the top one that has Hunter's Mark again. 14.
Okay, so this is at disadvantage, I believe, so...
Disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah, unless
Yeah,
you have
'cause
something
they're
that
like-
unless you have something that cancels that out, they're prone and you're far away, so it's harder to hit them.
You would need Sharpshooter, I think it's called. It's a feat.
Ooh.
Still.
14, so yeah, 14 is a miss.
Well, too bad it wasn't 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
On the Yockel's turn, it skitters up onto its feet, this giant spider form here, and is going to make a first melee attack on one of these
Wolves.
Wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
Cannon fodder wolves.
And it's a miss, obviously.
They have AC 13.
The other one is going to like bubble and churn for a second, and then seems to effuse into a mist.
Gross.
30 feet is how far it can go. Alright, so it's going to turn into a mist and start floating over here. And it flies into your space, Ashbark, and you like can't help but breathe in this mist a little bit, and you can feel a like poisonous, acrid taste to this. So on the beginning of your turn, we'll have to do some rolling, but for now, nothing happens.
Get me out of here!
And it stays in that mist form for a second, or for this round.
Somebody pull me out!
Okay, wolves.
Oh, wolves, they do their business. But, however, it's mist. I'm not sure wolves can hit mist right now.
Well, this one is not mist. It's still in spider form.
Okay, so these 4 will attack the spider form wolf with bites. They have advantage. Okay, this is the first attack. The second attack, the following 2 misses.
That's a
Third
miss.
attack, critical.
Critical, yeah.
Fourth attack, misses.
Miss.
Okay, so critical attack, the regular attack. Well, yeah. Does it add a critical bonus?
The critical is you roll double the dice damage, and it seems like it's already done that. The 10 plus 5.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. That's what I intended. So yeah, that was the spider guy, and he needs to roll twice to stand the ground.
That's a fail, so it goes down.
Okay. These wolves, I'm gonna try. He's gonna take a bite at the miss. Misses. Wait, how does pack tactics work? Does he say that? Creature. Okay, nope. Sorry, yeah. One moment. Okay, this goes here, and then 1, 2. Oh no, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these 3 didn't attack, and they attack with advantage. First one with advantage misses. Second one with advantage maybe hits.
17 would hit, yes.
Okay, third one hits.
Okay, so unless I'm forgetting a rule, like that these guys have magical attacks, they all do no damage.
Nope, they do not have magical attacks.
Right. Okay, so unfortunately, even the ones that hit, they're just like chomping and snapping into the in the gas in the mist.
Useless wolves! Choking!
All right, and
They're
now.
done.
All right. This orc turns to Grage and pushes him. Make an athletics or an acrobatics check opposing that number, please. Alright, so you're pushed backwards, and he goes, "Hey, shove off!" Tharhun's turn.
Okay.
Help me! I'm choking!
I'm gonna step here and do an attack against this
Wait,
mist.
Could you pull me out? So, well, I don't know.
I mean, I could, but
Okay, fine.
I'll pull you out. I'll pull you out.
I don't want to lose the wolves, even though they're
God also has
confident.
bardic inspiration, so he's gonna cleave some twine here, boys.
alright, I'm doing a -5 cleave. See if we can twine-inate this guy. -5 is what, 17?
That'd be a 16.
Oh,
Right, 21 minus 5.
might work. I'll leave it go.
The twining.
16 is a hit.
Alright. Let's go. Radiant. And let's make sure this guy gets plenty of radiant damage. Right to his face.
Okay, well that's effective as well.
Oh, terrible roll. But it's +10 as well. Is it magic damage?
Remember, you get a 1d10 if you need it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can
Add
also
another 10.
roll that. Oh, a 6, so that's +4. So 18, 19, 20, 21.
Now, I'm not doubling the radiant damage. It recoils in pain as the radiant damage hits it, but it doesn't seem especially affected like the Shadow Demon was.
Okay, so 14. Yeah, so 14 goes +4 is 18, 19, 20, 21. +10 is 31. +5, so 36
Okay.
total.
I think I got all that as we were going.
You monster.
That was attack number 1.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna do attack number 2.
Good.
Same deal, I think. And that should hit as well. It's the same dealio.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that. I'll roll that 1 right away.
So 22 minus.
Add 4.
Okay.
Plus
This giant spider-shaped yellow wax candle loses its consistency and turns back into yellow wax as it basically turns into a lifeless bubble that starts bubbling on the ground and boiling. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. That's attack. Well, actually, wait a sec. No, because I'm too far away. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Sorry, did I just do the wrong one, or was it this one you're attacking?
Yeah, that was the one, because that's the one that's in mist form engulfing the Hobbit, right?
Yep. Halfling. Hobbit. Fine, Hobbit.
Okay. So you're attacking the mistform one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you slash through the mist, it seems to recoil and react as your sword slashes through it, and little bits of your copper lighting crack off and seem to like chain crackle throughout the mist a little bit. And at the end of your attacks, it just seems to dissipate and rise up into the air like smoke.
And I fall to the ground. More effective than pulling me. Thank you.
All right.
I helped you
Kelnozz
to your
there.
feet.
Alright, I will swing at this guy.
Okay.
Hiya! Ooh.
You have advantage.
Yeah, he's prone again.
You're lucky.
Ooh, a turn of fate!
It was just a practice swing.
Oh, my damage is so low compared to everybody else. Fuck. I do 15 damage on a critical hit. Second attack. Same guy.
You're supposed to be doubling your fire damage too, though, Kev.
Oh.
Oh, so it's actually super effective.
Well, it's only regular effective. So that's actually, yeah, 9 plus 12. Second attack with advantage, 19 hits, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
So plus 5 and half of 5.
Okay, so this giant spider-shaped wax creature is looking very bloodied and battered.
Yeah.
Alright, Grage, you gonna take that from this orc?
He was talking mad shit, dude.
Alright, I leap forward and say this orc is working with these strange tree-like goo creatures. And I viciously attack him with my hand axe.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay, and then I do this.
Are you doing non-lethal damage?
No, I'm murdering him.
Hmm.
Flurry of blows. And then
Okay, roll damage for all this.
both of them?
Yeah. Alright, you definitely murder this orc.
Nice. I kick it, and then I get back to the fight as if nothing happens. Turn is done.
Alright, you're up, Eikooc.
Alright. I'm going to... I'm gonna move myself over here.
You can kill the wolves now if you want.
And I'm gonna hit this guy with a lightning bolt, and I can shape it around a couple wolves that it's gonna
Yeah.
encounter, so they won't get hit. I have to cast it as a level 4 spell. Not bad.
Alright. So it does get advantage on this. And that is your DC, I believe.
DC 16.
Ooh, 16. Oh, that's pretty good. Alright, so it takes damage. 34, 37 damage.
Yeah.
Decent.
Okay, the lightning crackles along its body. It does seem to kind of absorb some of this lightning through its waxy skin, but it does also leave scorch marks where it arcs through it. Anything else in your turn?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. Ashbark?
Okay. My turn. The small halfling guy very gratefully go between his legs, get out on the other side, and move here 20 feet, and I take a strike with my axe. Right here. Oh, no! I toss the axe on the ground, and I transform my hands into very little razor-sharp claws. And I swipe at him. And a critical miss.
Oh, doesn't he have advantage? Is he on the
Yeah,
floor
that's right.
still?
You
Yeah,
do,
but this is
actually.
a spell.
You
This
do,
is
yeah.
a spell. This is a cantrip.
Let's read the spell just in case.
It's a melee spell attack. I don't know if spell attacks get...
I'm gonna say you do. Because it's a melee attack.
Okay.
Makes
Well,
sense.
in that case, I will roll again. Ooh, 24.
Okay.
Oh, 7, but I need to roll 3d10. This is 1d10, so 2 more. What? Money? Oh no! 7 was total! 7 was 3d10! He takes 7 damage.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So he's like 7 damage.
And you only got 7? That's
Ouch.
not
That's still a pretty good cantrip, though, if it has the potential to deal 20 damage.
damage, yeah.
When you get up to 11th level, yeah.
Yeah, but it's also acid damage, so he has resistance to acid. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to resist the acid damage as your sharpened fingers slash through its waxy skin.
Slams up. I retract my claws into a normal helping hand.
I'm imagining some sort of like Wolverine situation.
Yeah.
Okay, Brynn, you're up. This waxy creature, still in the shape of a giant spider, seems extremely close to death.
Oh,
Fucking
perfect.
mad shit too.
Talking mad shit. Excellent.
And just a reminder, you have disadvantage on attacks because it's prone.
Not anymore. I'm going to use my bonus action to dash. And I'm going to draw the polymorph blade as I run up to slice this thing in twain and get advantage as a result of being in melee combat. I hit him with the polymorph blade.
Okay,
20
20 hits.
for 6 plus 6. The hunter's mark.
Okay, the creature loses its consistency as this spider and reverts again into yellow wax and just falls on the ground in a puddle and starts bubbling and boiling on the ground.
Ooh. Wolves start howling.
After a moment, the calm returns and the demons, having seemingly left this plane and returned down to whatever plane they came from. There's peace again, and the only body left on the ground is a relatively young orc, slain by a hand axe and with some vicious punch and or kick wounds in him.
Is anyone asking questions about that body?
What happened here? This person seems to be axed to death.
Gumgar runs over and says, "Big Red Stone Grill, what happened here?"
I think he had it coming. Look at his face.
This orc had not seen many battles.
I kind of like command the wolves to approach. Maybe the wolves slain him. Look how rowdy they are.
But don't you control the wolves?
I mean,
I know.
Sapphire.
I saw what happened. What is the meaning of this dwarf?
Sorry, I'm just too busy laughing. This trader joined with the strange tree creatures that appeared. There was nothing I could do. You had
Make
a
a
traitor
deception
amongst you.
check.
Which one am I doing?
A deception check?
I wink at him. That's what I have to do.
That's really convincing.
Just 1 second.
Now, what were those strange tree creatures in your shaman has? It's dead, clearly, over here. Pile of goo, I believe.
Just 1 second.
Big pile of goo.
He says, Big Red, join with demons? It seems unbelievable. But
There
you are a
strong
champion.
forces at work here.
You are a champion of the Copperborn. Have you any proof of this? I did not see him join in the battle until you were upon him.
Well, I didn't watch you slay any creatures too, but I assume they were your enemies as well. I don't question you.
I don't see any of yours dead by our weapons. Else I'm sure you would have questions for us.
I'm sure there's a good explanation for all of this. It was a heat of the battle. It was rabid. He was
Tensions
you.
rise hot in the midst of vicious hand-to-hand combat.
I've seen him push the mighty Grage over here to the rock. I've seen Grage pounce into the rock.
He pushed me first defense.
Gumgar looks extremely skeptical, but he has sworn a fealty to the champions at this point, and so although he does look like he wants to say more, he is restraining himself.
What does Tharhun think about all this?
That's a good question, yes.
Well, I didn't see what happened. I think I had my back turned fighting a giant demon at the time. So
I think that in generally, it's assumed that you see everything in the battle. Like, you're generally aware of everything.
Yep.
Graves didn't hide his actions or,
Well, it's a case of
dozens of wolves around, howling and jumping for everywhere.
I mean, I think my first reaction would be or I could subject him to the to the will of truth, or what is it called?
Zone of truth.
Zone of truth. Yeah, there you go. I'll settle this, Grage. Surely you'll submit to the zone of truth.
But of course, let's see this.
All right. Here we go. You may choose to fail the saving throw to be, to have your guilt proven false. So.
Wait, before he does that, do I have it memorized? Yes. Would this help, Grage?
Well, I'm offering him the chance to take the zone of truth willingly.
Yes, but I don't think there is any need for this totalitarian actions and forceful things. We should just all be in harmony and not cause further violence. Gumgar agreed to bury his own hatchet, and we will remember this and repay it when the time comes in the future.
Well, not submitting to the zone of truth is very sus. But we have much to think about right now, so we can save this investigation for later. We need to find what these creatures were on about and why they came here to challenge us and, tell us their god was coming to destroy us.
The Sapphire King, the visions they saw were true and real.
You notice Strank making noises. He seems to be a little bit recuperating, but he's still flittering in and out of consciousness.
Maybe you can extract truth from him instead of your friend. Oh
Yes, why did his allies bring that other orc alive, so I had to kill it?
What say you now, Strunk? Do you doubt the strength of Maraganor?
he seems to gather strength and says, he whispers something that is very hard to hear. It seems like he can barely creak it out of his mouth.
Could we perceive it?
No, no more tricks or sorceries. He must be put to death. He's too much of a danger.
No, he has the location of Ryza. He's the only one who can lead us to her. For now, we don't have a name.
Well,
perhaps we could tie him up.
End him.
Why don't we just tie him up and bring him back to the base?
that never works.
But maybe this time it will.
We don't have a great track record.
Well,
We could set the rangers out to, like, interrogate him.
Why would we do that when we can interrogate him ourselves? Really accomplish something.
he could try and ensorcel us. He must be put to death immediately.
Do it then.
Ryza!
He won't tell us anything of value.
But you have truth of zones.
Well, he was too strong for my truth zone. He entered the zone.
Saying you're weak? I did not think you would ever confess to that.
Some evil beings are so evil that they resist the zone. So,
Make a automatic critical attack there.
right, do that, and just click it again, I guess. Will that work?
With the +2.
Oh, I don't know if that actually works, because that would double my bonuses as well.
Your bonus.
So just do-
Oh.
Yeah, right? So just take the 14 and the 7, and then I'll do 2d6 and 1d8.
My god.
Oops. There we go. Oops, that didn't actually do anything. There we go.
So what's the total damage here?
10 plus 21, so 31.
Alright, you do a massive wound to him. Another such wound would finish him off if you wish to do so.
Before he does, I just have a question. What is the rule when my spell needs material components which are 1,000 gold?
If it has an asterisk next to it, and it says there's a certain gold value to it, it usually means you actually have to have it.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Can I put dimensional shackles on this orc?
You can. Tharhun, are you gonna finish it off though?
Think of the knowledge we could gain from torturing it.
Forbidden lies. Yeah, I'm gonna murder it.
Well, I can put these shackles on and prevent it from teleporting or travel. And
Can it still cast spells?
I have powerful divination spells. We can track him.
Is it an opponent of justice? Is it an affront to Maragnor himself that he lives?
Definitely. He insulted Maragnor and claimed that, we were deceived into releasing his god. Or I don't know if it was his god, but a god. Whatever. I didn't really understand what he was talking about.
Yes, that's why we should give him.
So, his actions have spoken louder than his words.
Let me first ask him a question. One last question, and then you can.
just
Say
drag
your
along.
question quickly. My sword is raised.
We know how to drag this out so hard.
Strong, can you describe Ryza as much as you can, her liking, so I can better locate her?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if that's gonna work though, Bob.
He just chokes and says,
think the dragon killed the other orc.
elements will be your deaths.
Kill him!
Wait! Don't kill him! Don't kill him!
What?
Can you tell me about your mother?
Go ahead and roll
Start at the beginning.
your critical damage there.
Ah, no one
I think
cares.
the dragon
about
killed the other orc as well.
others.
Okay, so your second slash, you execute him.
I love the chaos that Grage brings. Big chaotic energy. I'm here for it.
This wolf attacks Grage. Maybe.
All right.
This is most troubling. He knew about the blue light. Perhaps what he says is true and matches your vision. What do we do about this?
Well, the vision is consistent, and his tales and everything revolves around the element. And that is my purpose, that I'm here to ask you to join me to one tower of an element and uncover what lies underneath, inside, because it is very troubling, it is very chaotic and disturbing, which what my group is sensing.
And do you know the way to this tower?
Yes, it's in the region of this continent, which I'm very familiar with. We just need to rest and have a sip of a few drinks, and we can be there.
In the region of the continent, you say?
Yes, I'm only familiar with the northwestern part of the map.
So I'll show you guys the map again, but just to refresh your memory, Ashbark said that the mountain that he wanted to take you to was just above Aslor on the northern part of the Tadden Bay.
With the cloud, right?
With the cloud, yeah. Okay, so the orcs settle in. They do not actually enter the town. They stay outside of the town and kind of set up a semi-permanent camp here. And when you guys return to the fortress, and Phil and Eleander Fireborn, Dorsa and Charlie Chimebeard, Eleander feels a bit more secure here at Seaton now. He thinks that they would be able to probably withstand a surprise attack, and so is a little bit more comfortable if you guys leave it undefended from yourselves, at least.
Nice.
I don't think we should leave the town to the treacherous orcs. Just
Well,
put it there.
they're settling outside, right? They're not like.
Yes, and they're greatly outnumbered by our forces and various allies.
Yes, but if we leave, these orcs stay behind.
If we gather some gems, some materials which are expensive, I can conjure an elemental which might stay with them 10 days and protect them, and bind it 10 days. If I'm successful, if not, I will not be successful. But it's a very expensive spell. I don't know what the what is the wealth which this settlement is holding, the fortress.
It sounds like the defenses can hold.
Yes. This might be also a multiple day adventure. But yes. Can we lay some traps, dig some moats, prepare some oil around the perimeters which we can set on fire and create a fire shield?
The town already has basic defenses built up. Like, it's got its walls have been reinforced now with supplies built up, like its murder hole staffed with boiling oil and that kind of stuff. There isn't a moat. Digging a moat by non-magical means would take quite a bit of time. And an oil field that you burn would be more for the moment. You wouldn't just leave it out there.
Did we send the rangers off? Or are they back?
We never sent them off last time.
Maybe they could be like marshaling like a militia force or training people how to use bow and arrows and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we can get them to train the garrison or do some scouting generally.
Yeah, so they'll probably be secure enough.
Should we send the scouting to find Joanne Prime Water or Trenton 3 Points or?
Oh yeah, did we send them to find the ship?
No, we never found the ship.
Nor have you received any response from Jelen.
I'm curious if all this talk of Storm God has angered the seas and travel might be more difficult. Have we heard any reports of that or anything?
No reports. And in your region, you don't notice that.
Okay.
Can I, I can discern the weather very, very specifically. And I'm looking at the range in which I can do this with. Where is it? Druid craft. The spell? Cantrip?
Probably not a massive range.
Yeah, probably something like very close. It doesn't say. Probably around me. At my location. Yeah, just my location.
Yeah, this cantrip isn't powerful enough, and it doesn't give you any insight to continental weather.
Yeah. But it's a very good question. I can look into it next time.
It's something that you guys could potentially also, you have the scribes and the sages, the acolytes from the Fair Hands who are there to research things for you guys, or one of you has a crystal ball. I think it might be Eikooc. I think
the crystal ball?
The crystal ball. I answered it a bit quickly last round, but when I looked into it, I just gave you guys the rare version, which is basically allows you guys to cast scry through it. So.
Oh, I definitely have that.
But we would have to know. Isn't the purpose of scry see someone that we know?
Or place.
Or place. Okay. Well, we know the place that we need to go, right? Don't we?
But we could even scry our ship.
Oh.
We're familiar with it. Makes it even easier.
Wow.
You can't do that because I hadn't thought about that. Obviously a joke. You can't do that. It sounds like a very good idea, in fact.
Well, we can ask the sages to look outside of the weather across the continent. Tell us if we're locked in over here because of the storms, because of the visions, because of the prophets. Something is fishy. Unnerving.
Okay, so are you guys going to do that? You're gonna basically go to the sages in there and see what kind of knowledge they can either have or drum up?
Yeah, let's speak with them.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea.
Okay, so these people, they spend all their time researching, and they do have connections to places around the continent. they're able to immediately tell you that there are not any kind of like nautical phenomenon that they're aware of. The Tadden Bay is normal. They haven't heard of any news of like waters or seas in the continent being especially hostile or turbulent. Make a choose one person who's like the main person talking to these people, and that person can make an investigation check with their charisma or their intelligence. See how much further knowledge they have.
I'm not very investigative. I'm very perceptive, but not investigative.
But I feel like you're the most qualified. Like you'd be able to speak their language. Well, you know what I mean. Like.
Yeah, I can talk about weather.
And just remember, you can add your charisma modifier instead of your normal and.
Yep.
Normal modifier.
My intelligence is higher. I look at my fellow party members and say like, I'm not very bright. Oh.
Okay, so it takes a better part of a week to get this information from the sages, as they are not only looking at what they know, but going to their contacts, mostly through magical means or by long-term communications to figure out. And they say that they do share knowledge that a large town just to the west of Highwell suffered a massive, sudden storm where it was unlike anything that region has ever seen in a long time. And the descriptions that have been passed sound eerily similar to the vision that you had.
Ooh.
Now, Highwall is very far away, and the town is not a city. It's not the actual city of Highwall, but it's farther up north. And your teleport spell would probably take you like 4/5 of the way there, but not quite all the way there.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Would the sages be able to give me the glyphs of a teleportation circle in Highwell?
No.
Okay.
They say, wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be so convenient?
Catalog of glyphs.
Feels like something they should have.
Yeah, they must have that. Come on. Somebody must have it.
Okay, so what do you guys do from here?
So I don't actually have that crystal ball. I'm not sure who does. Ryan, was that you?
No, I think Tharhun has it. I think I remember him saying he had it last game, because we were kind of doing a general inventory of what strange items we had. I have Neoth's hat. That was the weird one. And the iron key to the robo-coffin.
Right.
Robo-coffin.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, yeah, I did just check. I do have it. Yeah, that's true. It's a scrying orb that has 1 extra power, domination or something. Mind reading. That's the other thing it can do. We can see a person and read his mind.
No. That's
No?
Those are other variants of it.
Oh, didn't you say it was the mind reading one?
I did, but
No.
a few minutes ago I said I answered that question very quickly last round because I didn't fully read it. But yeah, when I gave it to you guys, it was the rare version, not the very rare version, not the legendary version.
Oh.
So you guys, it's just it is still a very powerful item. Crystal ball. While touching it, you can cast scrying spell.
Okay, just lets you cast
Okay.
Scrying, which Radosh is saying he can also just cast as a
Yeah,
spell.
but-
normally.
That has a
material
material
component.
cost of 1,000 gold pieces, so
Oh, that's pretty expensive.
you need something like
crystal
this
ball.
to do it.
I see. Crystal ball sounds pretty good. Tharhun, do you want to use that to find our ship? Make Bob improvise the entire thing?
Oh god. Well, I have no use for this fancy orb. Perhaps our new friend can use it to find our way.
I'll give you guys a free memory jog that you guys also did find map notes in Kelnozz tower that showed like the location of an island.
Location of an island?
I barely remember that. Sorry.
It
That
was-
guy?
You guys were tempted by other magic weapons, I guess, at that point. But you did find nautical maps that showed an uncharted island, basically.
Where was the island in relation to Seaton?
I'll have to check my notes if that was clear or not. I'll have to
Okay.
go back. I don't really remember.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
We
it's,
have now
floor's open to you guys.
we have two places of interest of elemental disturbance. This mountain, which I first detected when I came to you guys, and now the stories of Highwell and the massive storm, which doesn't seem to be a product of global warming. It's more severe. I don't know which one to go investigate first. The mountain is reachable. Highwell for me is not. We will have to use our feet.
Well,
Okay.
why don't we go to the mountain first and then, you know, see what we can find there?
Why don't we look ahead with this thing we keep talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do something with this orb.
Oh God.
Tell us what to do next.
I look at the orb.
It requires
Can we
attunement, so whoever's using it has to... Actually, I guess you can use your spell with it without attunement, Raj. Never mind. If you have it prepared.
But material, I need the material component for my spell.
But the material component is a crystal ball worth 1,000 gold
Ooh.
pieces, right?
Oh, I will consume the crystal ball.
No.
Okay, good. Because
In this case, you're going to use your spell to,
Yep.
and then use the crystal ball to channel it.
okay,
Whereas
okay.
the ball is so magical that anyone could cast scrying spell by touching it, but they do have to attune to it first. So that was just
Ah.
my brief confusion
Okay,
there.
okay.
So this
Well,
crystal ball swirls with quicksilver. Are you going to use your scrying spell on it?
yes, but before I do, I just repeat the question I have for the ball. And I turn to my party members. I will ask the ball which of the two locations of elemental disturbance is more critical and more immediate to attend to.
Oh, but
The-
Raj,
the-
sorry, that's not how the spell works.
Oh. So I should look for a ship?
Here, let me show scry, and then you can see exactly how it works.
Yeah, I casted it.
It's-
I should. So what are we
Oh, it is
looking
there,
for
yeah.
a ship?
So it's you choose a particular target creature or a place. Creature is same. Yeah, you can choose a location you have seen before as the target of this spell.
What do we want to know, Ball? Well, I can... The location. I can ask the ball. Since I know of the mountain, the location, but I have never been to Hewell. I will ask the ball if the elements and the disturbances, if thing I'm interested in to investigating in that mountain, is it of immediate importance for us to
Radish,
go? Huh?
you need
Sorry.
to read the spell because it's
Sorry.
choose a creature or a location, and you see those. Like you see that creature, you see that location. So you're not asking a question. Like you can roleplay, ask a question. Show me this mountain or something.
Yes.
Show me this
I
person.
see. Oh God.
Yeah.
So
you can say, I want to see Borborigman, this mountain, right? And then you can show the mountain, or you could say, I want to look at some person, right? Like.
But if I want to look at Ryza, for example, would that do, or because I have never met Ryza?
You channel that spell, and you're not able to connect it to this. Whatever Ryza is not on this plane of existence.
Scrying a god is a bad idea.
So I will then take the location, the mountain. I will go and look at the closest of the mountain.
Sure.
Sorry, yeah.
That counted.
Oh, that counted.
Yeah, because I gave you an answer. So, do you have another spell slot to cast this with?
Well, to be quite honest, sorry, I don't think I can cast this because I didn't prepare it.
Okay.
I have spell slots, but I did not prepare.
We're kind of fast and loose with time right now, so we can say it was the next day when you did prepare it.
Okay. Well, I can cast 2 of them.
Okay.
I cast my second spell slot of Scrying, and I take a look at the Kimwell, the place where I cannot reach. Take a look at the place which described to me which get hit by a storm. Is the storm still active?
Okay.
Can I do this because I have never seen that place myself? You say?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do it. Yeah, I'm just pulling up the spell here.
I want to see if there is immediate danger to make our way there, or the other place we can just appear there.
Okay, so when you scry Highwell, or this town, I guess the problem is, the storm happened in a town near Highwell.
So I can't really.
You know what? I'll let you do it because you've been there, so to speak. And so even though you are kind of using an abstract location as you focus this spell, you do manage to focus, and the quicksilver that swirls inside this ball swirls and seems to form shapes and colors and shows a town that is like you're kind of seeing it from the air looking down, and you can see that it's mostly pieces of scattered wood and debris, and there are places where some people are picking through it and picking through some of their things, and there's like a giant gash in the earth where like a huge crevice has formed that you recognize in your dream would have been where you'd fallen in, or your vision.
Things look relatively calm.
Is there something? Well, things look like the calm after a storm. Like it's devastation, and definitely like people are panicking and upset. But the storm has passed, and the weather seems normal. Is there any particular observations you're looking to make, or?
Do I remember? I forget exactly the details of the vision I had. The trees were on fire in the vision. Everything was burning. Basically, it's the same thing. I cannot think of the particular.
Make a nature check.
Which check, sorry?
A nature check.
Ooh. Yeah, my question is, I'm wondering if that. natural, normal.
Okay, so as you're like viewing this town kind of from above, like commonly like you would when you're a bird, you can see that like it looks like it's been hit by like several natural disasters all at once. Like it looks like the earth has shifted and cracked, forming these huge crevices, and you can see scorch marks and fire, smoldering in many different places throughout the city. There's water damage everywhere from all the water that seems to have sloshed up and flooded during the storm, and wind damage everywhere. Like things blown all over the field, roofs ripped off of the structures.
Yes, I'm wondering, that damage, does it look like a natural caused like insane damage, or an attack by spellcaster casting magic focused on particular points of interest? Or is it the damage is randomly scattered around everywhere, or is it more targeted, more or less, like with intent damage?
The scale of the damage is so massive that it's likely not from magic, right? It looks like as unlikely as it would be for all of these kind of natural phenomena to happen all at once. It seems like they did, but you can't absolutely rule out that it was not like could have been a magic, like could have been a wizard or something.
Well, friends, it seems that whatever unfortunate beheld this place is now at least temporarily past. But the mountain, the energies are still active in that area. So I think our next destination should be there, and let the villagers collect the debris of the elemental destruction.
Well, we should head there post haste then. Right?
Well, yes, maybe we should rest first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I regain my 2 spell slots, and I remember Transfertia plants.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head off there, so make any preparations you need for this trip.
I assume we're able to do a long rest before we
Yes.
embark on a new journey.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So any specific preparations? Just a reminder that like these smiths, these dwarven smiths, they can improve your magical weapons.
Can they improve a regular weapon? Can they make it magic?
Yes, they could.
Ooh, can I
But
go
they
to
can
the
only
smith?
work on one item at a time from your group.
Okay.
So,
Well, I tell to the group, I have this old rusty sword, which I will like improving, but if you guys have any other item of better use than my rusty sword, I invite you to use your blacksmith to do so.
Could I see if they could improve the polymorph blade?
Charlie Chimebeard tells you that they can improve the plus damage enchantment, so like the +1 to a +2.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual polymorph enchantment itself is beyond their ability to modify.
Can they do a +2 to a +3?
They can, but they say that'll take a lot longer.
Okay.
And they say it's about roughly a week just to get the +1 to a +2.
Ooh.
I think the polymorph blade is no plus. It's non-plus.
Well, you better get a plus on there.
Yeah, campaign yourself again.
Get a plus. If not, I can plus my shield some more. It takes a week.
That's true. You have to do without it for quite some time.
Yeah, mine's not super urgent. If anybody else has a more important, I have weapons I can use and leave it there for however long it takes, right?
The only thing I have is I can plus the shield, but that's not. I mean, I can do it later.
If somebody's using a regularly a +1 right now, it's worth it to leave something here to make it a +2. It's a huge advantage.
Oh, we have to leave it here. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, yeah.
Or sit here and do nothing for a week. Like, you know, spend more downtime.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll leave my
Would the smiths be able to improve the red cherry longbow? Or would that be more maybe the rangers or something?
Well,
My bow
just
staff's
to answer your question there, they say that because of its nature, it would take longer than normally adding a +1 to a +2.
Mm-hmm.
But that it is possible. But they seem very happy to take Grage's hand axe, if I heard
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, please clean it of all evidence while you're upgrading it.
So +1 to a +2, they say, no problem. We'll have it for you in a jiffy.
Please don't lose poor Orc Slayer.
Okay. So you guys ready to walk into a tree now?
Oh yeah, this is what we have to do. So let me describe this spell. The spell is very short lasting. It expires in 1 round. So I touch a tree, the tree becomes a portal, but before this we all have to line up and run towards the tree, and we have to all match into a tree, and we have seconds to do it. 6 seconds, and basically that's what we do. Form a line, run into a tree. Hope on the other end something evil is not waiting for us.
Seems dangerous. Right up our alley. Danger and interrogations are our specialty.
Okay, whenever we are ready, I'm going to make us run into a tree.
Transport via plants. Wow.
Duration 1 round. A little bit silly.
Okay, so you guys gather around a fairly large tree, and Ashbark casts his magic with his gold-colored light. And as he finishes the spell, the tree bark seems to split open, and that same gold light cracks out from underneath it, and it opens wide into a door.
I step in.
Through? Do you all step through?
Yep.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Run, run, run.
I use a 6th level spot.
Okay.
Yep.
Ding.
You all step into the golden light and feel warmth come over you as you feel your essence traveling through the earth. And a moment later, you see daylight as the gold light subsides, and you find yourself in a strange part of the continent. So you guys are roughly, show you the map here. If you can click on the magnifying glass, you guys are probably just a few hexes short of this town on the lake here. Do you guys
The one
see
like
that?
just south of the mountain?
Just west of Highwell, or west and a little south of Highwell.
Okay.
Highwell's on the top, like 12 o'clock.
Oh, we went to Highwell. Okay.
That's what I thought you said, right?
I
I thought you said the town, the town that had the storm.
I wasn't sure where we were going at all.
Oh, I know, like,
You meant the mountain?
yeah, I think the mountain. The reason why I asked if
okay.
the
I'm
Highwell,
glad you said that. Okay, perfect.
yeah. So I said the mountain.
Much
Yeah,
more
the
prepared for
Highwell is town. There's
Okay.
nothing in Highwell.
All
Yeah.
right. I misunderstood.
Screw Highwell.
Okay, so you guys find yourself suddenly on the other side of Tatten Bay, out of a large tree. You come out into a forest that is just starting to thin as the vegetation gives way to more bushy plants as it gets closer to the foothills of the mountain. In the distance, about half a day away, you can see the mountain itself. Like, in about half a day, you'll be able to start actually ascending the mountain. And nestled in front of the mountain, still a great distance away, about half a day's away, you see a white spire built into the side of the mountain. And in the air around that spire, you see a giant bird. Please make a perception check, everyone.
Perception it is.
Okay.
What's that? Let's just take the first one there. I accidentally had advantage clicked. So, not super perceptive. Can vaguely see a mountain.
Okay, so Eikooc and Ashbark and Grage, you notice that on top of this giant bird is a person, and they're they seem to be controlling this bird. The bird is a giant vulture, and as you watch, it slowly glides towards the spire and seems to disappear into the structure. And that is where we will end off tonight.
Giant vulture strike.